Hello, here I am today with my $200-ish Telecaster from guitarfetish.com. I think it's like 250, 260-ish, and I sprung like an extra 20 bucks for the one with the binding on it. Very pretty guitar, and so I just want to know, can it play? My ultimate plan was to say, what's the cheapest decent Esquire I could build? So I got this mint green Esquire pickguard from them for like, I don't know, 10 or 15 bucks. I think that will look good on there. And then I also decided, let's really go all out and spend an extra $25 on their 1954 Tele bridge pickup. So I have never played this guitar before. I've never seen one in person. I have to say, first impression is that it's very beautiful. Tuning stability does seem like it's going to be a problem. I've not played this through an amp before, so you're going to be here for the first time that I play it, and we'll see what I think of each pickup, and then I'll probably step on a little bit of my Duelist overdrive on the string singer side. So anyway, here it goes. There may be a few retuning breaks, and then I'll give you my thoughts, and I think later I'll have another video where I show the transformation of this into an Esquire, and if you want to, I could even do a shootout between this and my other Teles, which would be completely unfair because one of them is like a Fender Elite thin line, which is, I don't know, it's $1,500 or $2,000, and the other one is a Hanson T-Style, which I think is like $3,500. So it might be fun side by side, but also super not fair. So anyway, here's the demo. Hope you like it. So what did I think of it? I think the neck is actually pretty nice. I think it's kind of a standard C profile, and I think it feels a little flatter, maybe like a 12-inch radius, not 9.25. I can, or 9.5. I can look that up and verify, but yeah, I think it sounds great. That neck pickup is everything I would want in a Telecaster neck pickup. It's in fact, the last few times I've played the like Fender Player Series, which has they were like $900 or $1,000 now. The neck pickup just seems like flubby and dull on that thing to me. And this one I think has a nice amount of snap and pop. And then obviously you can darken it up for some jazzier tones with the tone pot. And now that this thing has been out of the box for 2 hours, the tuning stability is pretty good. I started recording and I did not have to tweak it. They are like the one screw 70s style tuning machines, which I think would be pretty easy to replace and find a drop-in replacement without new holes. I'm also just like a sucker for like the vintage style tuning machines, so I could see dropping those in there. Otherwise, I will say it looks nice. The neck pickup sounds good. I think the bridge pickup has good clarity, and it sounds okay with drive on it, but it's not quite doing that like compressed nasally thing that I kind of expect a tele bridge pickup to do. Fortunately, I did buy a different tele bridge pickup, so I could try swapping this one out before I turn it into an Esquire, but I'll probably just go straight to Esquire mode. My main complaint is the fretwork, in a sense, is nice because there's no stabby fret ends, which I realize, almost no one sends it out of the factory with stabby fret ends. It's just a matter of, in transport or on a guitar room floor, humidity changes, the wood changes, and the metal stays the same. And even a well-crafted guitar will sometimes get stabby fret ends. But this came off totally smooth. But the frets are like very scratchy. So I think they must need to be polished, but you might even be able to hear if I put the mic up to it. Yeah, you probably can't actually hear that. The other thing I'll say is that I noticed a little fret buzz. First fret, second fret a little bit of the E, A, and D is good. So in theory, and it does have the nice brass saddle pieces, so that is just, one piece adjustment, just go up a little bit. The action on it is decent. I would say it is just barely a notch higher than what I would like, and I believe pressing down on the first fret, you can tell whether the action issues are coming from the nut or the bridge, and then obviously if the neck's straight. The neck is straight, has just a little bit of relief, which is probably how you want it, especially with shipping. And I can tell pressing down on the first fret that it's just a little high at the nut, and I would say that it's better than being too low at the nut. So bring the nut down just a little bit, bring the saddle pieces up just a hair, and I think I'll have the action exactly the way I like it. So I guess the only other question is, how does this stack up against, like a Squier, which is the fair price point, not like the classic vibe Squier. Those are really, really nice and twice the price of this, but like the Squier Affinity series, I think is probably what it is. And I would say this is on par with those. I can't in good conscience say that it's better, although I think the Affinity probably doesn't do anything with binding. So if you want one that's a little prettier, has some binding, this is a great way to go. I think it's probably a perfectly fine starter guitar. What I'm using it for is like essentially going to turn it into a parts caster. Now, I did read, I have not measured this yet, but I did read that the hole spacing here is narrower than a fender neck pickup, or a fender neck. So if you wanted to put a fender neck on here as part of your parts caster project, you would need to fill these holes and then drill new ones that align with the fender neck. It's not a huge job, and I think it'd be relatively easy to do it cleanly because the neck plate would cover your filled holes. But it is a little bit more hassle than like buying like a Warmoth or all parts body. So anyway, yeah, that's the guitar. Made in China, shipped from Florida, and super cheap, super affordable. And they sell all kinds of decent parts. I've actually had very good luck with GFS pickups in the past, so I'm very excited to plug this thing in, see what that sounds like. And that will be the next video. So until then, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time I do something to this guitar.